Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Shenanigans. The party has defeated these, whatchamacallem, bugbears.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty shitty.
Yeah.
I actually was slightly nervous there for a moment.
There were only 16 bugbears, each with +4 to hit, +2 to damage, and 3d8 +6 HP, and 13 AC.
Now a question, does the Lance of Disruption completely obliterates the corpses of the bugbears?
It sort of rips them into pieces, so if you wanted to get their clothes or their hides or anything like that, you're not going to find it.
No.
I'm just looking for coins.
I'm just cleaning off the gore and viscera from my clothes and, just take out a change, like a change of clothes. Yeah.
Put the dirty clothes in the pack, put on the new clothes.
I'm now just imagining it like everybody's fighting. There's a whole line of bugbears. The Lance of Disruption happens. Red spray covers everyone. And then Johnny just gets smacked with a hand that cuts.
It just slaps.
Yeah. It slaps as it flies past.
Wow. It's a female bugbear's hand.
3d8
plus 3.
All right.
I was giving her side-eye during the battle.
So you guys loot the bugbear corpses and find a total of 50 pieces of gold on them. It's quite a bit of money. And 195 pieces of silver on them.
Okay. How do we split the 50 there?
50-50?
I mean, Torque and I were...
Hold
Someone
on.
gets 100 silver
Follow
pieces.
the cop economy.
I'll take 100 silver. Actually, 110 silver. Then everyone else can also get 10 silver and 10 gold.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
Cool. That works out perfectly.
I am thankful these bugbears do not to subscribe to the Kappa economy.
Neal, you don't have to hammer home why Lauren and Greg is the only one to find you funny.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks. All right. So, once you're done looting the bugbears and cleaning them off your bodies and changing your clothes into your other pair of traveling clothes so you don't smell like bugbear blood all day, you find the druids are coming out of their kumbaya, rocking back and forth with their tambourines and their lutes and guitars. And they look around from their other side of the wagon, and they go, Look, friends, through the power of love, we have sent the bugbears back to their homes where they can be with their families and their children and not attack us. Aren't we good today?
Hold on.
All right.
Hold on. Has anyone seen that comic where it's just like, through the power of love, harmony, trust, friendship, and incredible violence, we will defeat you?
Yes.
There we go.
I know what you mean. I know what you're referring to.
Perfect. So once they say that all, and one of us kind of just says an incredible violence.
Yeah, they ignore that.
I feel like
yes, it is true. They are at peace, says.
They are now in pieces.
We're fighting with some dismembered arms or something.
Rip in pieces, yeah.
Yeah, but all the carnage is on the other side of the wagon, and they haven't seen it yet. So they finish up their prayers, pat each other on the backs, and continue hiking along.
I use a bugbear arm as a back scratcher for a little.
They do not get experience for that, Neal. They do not get experience. They do not contribute.
Hold on.
You've just got a stub of an arm because the hand is off of it.
Yeah. Speaking of the hands, Neal.
Yes, what about the hands?
How many?
Well, there were 16 bugbears, so there's 32 hands.
Okay. All right.
Are you adding to your pile of hands?
Yes.
Okay.
Hand a pile.
I mean, all right.
I've got daggers strapped to me. They've got hands strapped to them.
Wait, what, Greg?
Do you have an exact count of the hands that cover you?
Yes. I always have 52 on me.
Oh, but you rotate them in and out.
No, I just have a stockpile in case these ones get lost.
They get lost pretty
So
often.
you're like a deck of cards, right? I'm guessing.
Yeah, it's
Deck of
50
hands.
normal hands and then 2 demon hands on my shoulders working as shoulder guards.
Yeah, of course.
I don't think those are very good for back massages, though. Claws.
No. Although, they are great when you can't reach the itch because you're in full plate.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect for it.
Right. Do you have like a
Nice
various sizes
claw
of
nose.
hands? Like, do you have little fairy hands? You can like get in there.
Nah.
No.
I've got like a couple Ettercap hands with a really long finger.
Okay. I see. Yeah. That would work. That would work.
I agree with Neil on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I imagine
Well-
with that many hands that the shower pulsing head thing is redundant.
Oh, I get it.
Okay.
All right. So what do you guys do now?
We continue traveling.
All
Yep.
right.
We gotta get these weirdos to Darcis, man, as fast as
Yeah.
possible.
The rest of the day is
Wait, which
uneventful.
weirdos, them or us?
You
The
make
ones that are making my head hurt.
you guys make camp at this like small copse of trees with a small pond in the middle of it. The druids all like wade up to the water and kind of do some splashing and bathing rituals. There's the ever-present smell of strange sage burning around them wherever they go. And yeah, you guys can make your camp here for the night. While you guys are settling down to make camp and the druids are all splashing around in the water,
Oh, I gotta join them, right? That's the most Johnny Bravo thing to do possible.
splash around in the water with a bunch of naked druids.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, there's definitely girls in there, right? So like,
There are definitely girls in the
I'm
group.
whipping off my shirt like, "Hoo-ah!" Right? Like, who wants
Come
to
on
be
in, man.
in the water?
Yeah, show us, splash around a
He
little
is-
bit. Clean yourself.
He's definitely doing the monkey right now.
yeah. Hey.
You do the monkey a little bit close to one of the other druids who starts to scoot away from you, and like she moves to the other side of the male druids while you monkey around.
Hey, you want to wash my body?
You know what?
I mean-
They're done showering. They're clean. They head out of the water.
Do they look particularly? Does anyone look like particularly beautiful?
Like what? Beautiful. Well, there are. I think I said 5 druids.
Mm-hmm.
The lead one is a female.
Right.
So it's actually 4 female druids and 1 male druid. This is the
Okay. Oh, wow.
combination we've got
All right,
here.
those are good odds.
Yeah.
Let's see.
So
Alright.
why don't you go ahead and roll me 3d6 for the attractiveness of the females that you're interested in, or if you have any reason to be more drawn to druids, then roll me 3d4 plus 6.
I feel like he might have a disadvantage
aversion?
because he doesn't like them at all.
Well, in that case, just roll me 3d4. So yeah, Victor, the most attractive one is a 13 to you.
Not good enough. So Victor.
Even with the booze goggles, does he get a booze goggles roll?
I don't know. Give me another con check. You have been drinking the
After he's
risky
been
whiskey.
drinking, did it
That
get
is
better?
true.
Yeah, I think that's
That
That's
is
fair.
true.
Yeah. No, you're good. Actually, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. No.
Yeah.
Victor doesn't go for anything like below a 16.
Victor is life
He
of a
has high
noble.
standards. Okay.
What is Victor, by the way?
Victor?
Yeah.
You know,
If you were to have a hotness score, what would you say Victor's hotness score is?
I mean, he thinks he's probably like an 18. So
Uh-huh.
like he's like, the gift to all women, but he's probably closer to around, I don't know, pretty.
Pretty average.
Yeah, I'd say it's like, because like the first adventure, he went under like this transformation in this crypt, right?
Mhm.
So it probably was closer to like 14 or 15, but like after transformation, like he got like a mole, and like his overall hotness dropped like to like more like average-ish.
Oof.
Yeah, it happens when
Yeah,
you're
Riff-
when you're in like magical crypts with like no way of like returning yourself to you.
I actually rolled a 16 for Kyla, but I think she's always like daggered, and that's the first thing people notice is all the daggers. They're like, uh-oh.
I haven't rolled his hotness stat. Do you want me to roll his hotness?
I usually like to do hotness as in the eye of the beholder.
Yeah.
I think that's a more fun way to do it. But you could, if you want to roll your own perception of your hotness.
Like,
That's legit.
yeah.
or like he probably thinks he's like, okay, I mean, I'm still like, very,
Mhm.
no,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, 18,
Yeah, I get you.
of course. But like in like other humans' eyes, it's probably like just like above average, but
Mm-hmm. All
not
right.
nothing special. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Riffing off his God's gift to women there earlier. The I think the best Halloween costume, or one of the best I've ever seen, was this one of my students who had covered himself in tightly wrapped wrapping paper, sort of torn off, with a big giant tag that said "To women from God."
Oh, I see. Wow.
All right.
That's pretty good. Or pretty terrible.
It's clever, at least.
Yeah, it's clever and funny.
Mhm.
Okay. So you guys settle down for the night here.
Yeah.
And let's roll the check. Passes uneventfully, and we continue on our journey. Let's see. Anything in particular you guys want to say or do with each other or with the druids along your way?
Not particularly. I've enjoyed not talking to them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, let's fix that.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what the feeling I got.
Just pass the whiskey around.
And you know what? It is nice whiskey. Like, it is solid, definitely.
Kyla is always very careful
If
to not
it's
get
solid, then how do you drink it?
too tipsy.
It's whiskey shots. That's what it is. Jello whiskey shots. Yeah.
But
That sounds horrible. Yellow
Yeah, Jello shots in general just aren't like the best, and whiskey would make that, I don't know, ratio go horribly wrong.
I mean, you don't really taste it in a Jello shot, right? The alcohol content is less perceptible.
No, you know, or yes, you will notice it. Like that you taste alcohol in those.
Okay. I clearly don't know enough about Jello shots.
Let's take Greg's word for it.
All
I
right.
had an Everclear Jello shot.
Yeah, but no one likes Greg apparently.
No, yeah, I'm an asshole. No.
Oh, great!
Be careful how you value my judgments around here.
Big luck will.
You know what's actually even worse though? Like, this was a bad idea, and I don't know what prompted this decision that was made, but Jello shots are Jello pudding shots.
Oh,
Whoa.
Just advice, chat, all of you, don't. Pudding shots bad.
Yeah. Plus the roofies in them is a little.
Oh. Wow. But that doesn't apply to Jello shots for some reason, Rob?
So Vigloff is actually gonna go in and see if they've got more of the Vigloff is the greatest hugs.
Like how do you go begging for attention?
Well, they didn't beg before. They just gave it. To
Right.
him.
So, but you want the attention right now, so
He will.
Yeah,
he
I'd
will
say
go
that counts
to-
as
He will
begging.
go to talk with them.
sure. Hey, Vigloff. It's a beautiful day, don't you think? Illumis is just blessing our path with its bright, beautiful sunshine, and Nadinus has seen fit not to give us any clouds or rain. It's truly a blessed day, don't you think so?
Yes, it is true. The sun is very high in the sky, but do not worry. One day, Vigloff will defeat it.
Excuse me?
One day, Vigloff will defeat the sun.
I'm sorry, I don't understand. What do you mean, defeat the sun?
He means that he will, expel all the bad things, and all the people. He will, clear away all the dark clouds or people's minds and make them see clearly. That's what it means.
Or maybe he means he'll beat the shit out of it. Probably beat
That
the shit.
too.
I see,
Yeah. Yeah.
But like, Vigloff, have you ever thought about thinking with your heart instead of with your fist?
You know, you are right. If I listen to my heart, it is true that I also enjoy listening to the lamentations of the men.
He's such a great listener.
if I listen to my heart, it goes. Thump, 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 thump.
How do you listen to your own heart?
It's not
I don't know.
easy.
Mine's pretty cold and dead, so.
You listen to your heart when there's nothing else you can do. And I don't know where you're going, and I don't know why, Vigloff. But
Please,
listen to your
demonstrate this.
heart before you say goodbye.
I think it is easier. It can be difficult to listen to your own heart, but it can be
Listen to your
easier
heart.
to listen to the heart of another because you can hold it up to your ear.
Yeah, when you rest your head on the breast of a loved one and hear their heartbeat, there's nothing like that, man. Unless maybe you're holding your own
Oh,
newborn.
that could work too.
Listen to your heart when it's calling for you, you know?
Definitely.
Hey, does your heart have Johnny in it?
Listen to your heart.
My heart has a little bit of everyone inside of it, Johnny. But like,
Yeah.
you shouldn't worry about this possession thing. You know, it's not about getting a person and holding them for your own. It's about accepting everyone together, you know?
Right, but mostly me.
No, man, no. Not at all.
I know. It sounds like he thinks it's mostly him.
You know,
I'm pretty
do not
certain.
worry about the Johnny. I think that he will listen to his heart when there's nothing else he can do.
All right, let's get out of this as you guys keep moving across the land. You settle down at another copse of trees the next night. You are 1 day away from Darcis.
Wait, hold. I get after their big conversation, Vigloff thinks about this, and he goes over to the mostly obliterated bugbear corpses. He goes, and he cuts out the heart of one of them and holds it up to his ear. He goes, "They are right. I can hear the ocean."
Okay. That was like a day ago. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
Flashbacks.
you make it to the copse of trees. You settle down for the night. Wake up in the morning feeling surprisingly refreshed and head on towards Darcis. You get to within sight of the city. You know, it's 2 miles away, something like that. When the druids start going, "Oh, that looks like home. I recognize that spire. Yeah, man. This is you found us to the right place, guys. Oh my god, thank you."
Good to hear.
Wow.
Good to hear. Good to hear.
I am so
Are
stoned.
you sure this is your home?
Yes, they're very sure, Vigloffs. Very, very sure. This is definitely their home.
Definitely they're home.
Definitely their home.
I thought perhaps we would need to travel for another hour.
I mean, it's probably going to take us like an hour to go those next 2 miles, but if you've like found your friends, Vigloff, you can stay with us. You're really big, but we've got a big home and bigger hearts, and we would be happy to accept you into our coven.
Yeah, Vigloff, don't you want the cinnamon swirl hugs?
Be careful, Vigloff. I've heard things about covens.
I've heard cinnamon swirls are addicting.
That could be his new name, Cinnamon
Crunch.
Swirl. Yeah,
Oh.
that could be his new name.
Via cinnamon swirl the barbarian.
That would be my signature attack.
Oh.
Swinging.
A hug of
I
death.
just imagine cinnamon swirl as the attack.
Yeah, you're gonna have to start shouting out the name every time you do it.
Oh my god.
We should just call him One Punch Man though.
That kind of. One sword,
One slash man.
one slash. There you go.
One slash. Anyway.
All right. So you guys, anything else you want to do before you head into Darcis proper?
Is there anything to do in Darcis?
You've never been here before, I don't think.
Probably not. I'm guessing that we might have had like connections to Darcis through like, trade and stuff, but
Possibly.
I probably never visited.
I don't know. I have 5 sets of the same set of clothes, so I guess I just get into my nicest pair of white t-shirt and
Nicest pair of identical clothing.
of identical clothing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I know of any, just out of curiosity, would Kyla know what kind of roguish things go on in Darcis?
Darcis is kind of like the shithole town. You know, it's one of the crappiest little cities in Drekis.
Somehow it doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, there's not a lot going on here. They're at the like edge of the bleak sea. There's some hills nearby where there's a lot of like iron mining, but that's all part of like a different county, and they barely see any of that. There's not much going on here really at all. It's like population 3,000, and there's a few villages.
And I see lupin, I see rat, I see swamps.
Yeah, it's not great. This is
Yeah.
it's a place. All right,
Fair enough.
it's a place. It
Fair enough.
exists.
Just curious.
Cool.
It's fine.
So you head on into Darcis, and after a little while, as you're walking down, they start like recognizing. Oh, I recognize this street. Oh, look, there's our little garden, everyone. And they like head over to the garden that they've got, which is filled with big flowering plants of all different shapes and sizes.
Lots of kale.
Lots of kale, lots of starleaf is growing in here. You know, that sort of thing. And then they find their house, which is this like 60-foot diameter circular house that kind of like comes to a spire in the middle. It's really large. It's actually quite big. And when they lead you to the front door and open it and wave you in, you see that it's just one big room. It's like submerged 4 or 5 feet into the ground, and the ceilings are like 10 feet off the ground level. So it's like a 15-foot tall ceiling at the lowest point, which then comes up into like a big funnel or like upside down. What do you call those things? Funnel, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
You guys got a funnel house.
they got it. Yeah,
Fun old house.
they offer you guys, because you know it's been a long day of traveling. We've got plenty of room here if you'd like to stay the night. You know, you're more than welcome.
Like an inn. Thank you
Oh,
very much.
jeez.
Johnny.
Really shouldn't have.
Really, like, come on, Victor, just come on inside. It's so
Oh,
cozy.
no.
There's so many
Yes, Victor, I'm
blankets.
sure you'll
Really
love it with
should
that.
not.
Many blankets.
And if there's not, we'll just get like really cozy together, and you know, we'll keep each other warm.
Right. Victor's
I
gonna
keep
go
myself
look
warm,
around.
but yeah,
It's
I
like, you know,
very much.
they're talking like they probably, you know, have something of value maybe. So like, he's just gonna look around. So like, okay, you know, what can substitute as a reward for bringing these doofuses here?
Big Laugh will take your hospitality and stay here. But first, Big Laugh, upon coming to this new town, must go to their shopping and see their artisanal cups made out of the skulls of the enemies. To get a souvenir, you know, as one does.
Yeah. Should we take you to the tourist district?
Wherever you are the locals, so you probably know the good places to get the really authentic skulls.
Like, why would there be tourism here? Like,
Well, let us show you, man. The tourist district's pretty great. And they lead you a few blocks away to.
so now you remember everything about where you're from.
It's all coming back now that we're here.
All right.
All coming back to you.
Mm-hmm.
They lead you a few blocks away. There is a single shop that functions as the tourist district down on the
Wow.
wharf.
Please tell me
Amazing.
it's called Tourist District.
It is called the tourist district. Yes, that is the name of the shop.
Amazing.
And
Hey,
they-
that's us. We're the tourists. Haha.
There is a singular old woman who, as you all pop in, lights up and comes out. She's got little bells hanging from the sleeves of her shirt and from her skirt as well. And she jingles as she walks over to you. Hi, welcome to the tourist district in Darcis. What can I get for you? I'm so
Why
excited.
are you wearing bells?
Because your name is Belle.
That is a brilliant idea. Then your enemies can know that you're coming and get themselves into a good righteous fear before you even arrive.
Well, some shops like to put bells on the door so the shopkeepers know when people come in and out. I like to put bells on myself so the visitors know when I'm coming to help them.
She's stupid.
This town is confusing the hell out of me.
Okay.
I didn't realize this whole place was going to be just like the people we brought here, man.
Oh, are you talking about Mary J. Stargazer?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
She's a kind soul.
Right.
Lost soul, apparently.
Look here, older mama. We got to get ourselves a skull for the big man. You sell any skulls around here?
We have sugar skulls.
Yo, you want some sugar skulls, big fella?
I do not know what a sugar skull is, but as long as that skull in the name, I think seems like it would be satisfactory.
Excellent, man. Let's get like 8 sugar skulls and skulls, not skulls. We need 8 sugar skulls for everybody.
Sugar
You
scrolls.
know,
Yeah. How much is that going to cost?
I think I have a memory that someone once called Dossus the Portland of Drekis.
Oh.
Well, that makes a lot of sense now that you say it, and I'm here.
All comes back.
You know what we got to do is we got to find the voodoo place. They'll have the best sugar skulls around.
Yeah, well, this is a tour guide, so she can show us.
Yeah, honey.
That might explain how our pregame conversation led to this adventure.
Maybe.
But, yeah, can you show us so that I heard there's some voodoo snack shop or something around here?
Well, there's the witchy donut shop.
That might be it.
I'm thinking that is.
But you still want the sugar skulls, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, we'll take them.
Got a real sweet tooth today.
All right. So you will buy some sugar skulls. I think you all know what those are. And they're kind of expensive since sugar is actually difficult to process without modern technology. So I think they're gold each.
Sure, yeah, whatever.
Sure.
Yeah, we got that.
Yeah.
Fancy treats.
Okay, yeah.
Wonderful.
I don't know how we're splitting this, but that's fine.
Everyone that wants a sugar skull pays a gold.
Oh, okay, that works.
Yeah.
Pass.
Sure, I'll buy one.
Get some more whiskey instead.
I've got.
Do you get booze? Do you have any like hard liquor?
Well, you know, I've heard that Darcis is the craft beer capital of the world, so I'm sure we'll find a shop for you, Victor.
Hard
I need it.
liquor. Hardly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my.
Right.
I
It's
try.
like
I try to laugh. I try to laugh convincingly.
Yeah.
It
It's
doesn't
like,
work.
you know,
Just to
only
make her
her
feel
husband
better.
and Johnny find her funny.
Are you sure? I can't roll a charisma check or something?
Go for it. Give me your best fake laugh.
Should I roll for it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, yo, you definitely got to roll for it.
There we go.
Hey, you know what? People think you think she's funny.
There we go.
Wow, they're multiplying.
All right.
Big Laugh like pops the entire sugar skull into his mouth, and then soon after his pupils kind of dilate. He starts to shake. "Oh, these sugar skulls are amazing. I feel like they are the ultimate combat enhancement. Now I feel like I can rush around slaying twice as many as before. Give me more sugar
great.
skulls."
I should have known that would have been a mistake.
Don't give him any more. This looks bad.
Yeah.
Hey, Vigla,
No,
you
we,
want
we
mine?
should give him more so he crashes.
Do we have a down?
the
Oh,
sugar skull.
does someone have some Starleaf? Let's give it to him real quick.
No, man, I want to get this train going. More sugar.
I feel like
okay.
I feel like in addition to the Octobeer Fest, there should be another festival, and we could dress up, and we could go to the houses, and the people will give us more sugar skulls.
They probably wouldn't because they'd be so terrified.
And that is the point. They are terrified, so they give us the sugar skulls to make us go away. But then we get more sugar skulls, and then we become more terrifying.
So while
And
this
then-
is
and then they get
happening-
more terrifying, so they give us more sugar skulls.
While
Hard
this is
liquor.
happening, a kind of a head pokes into the shop, looks around, makes eye contact with. Actually, would everyone roll me perception checks except for Vigloff?
Yeah.
Vigloff is a
Are
little
you
distracted
sure?
right now.
Isn't he more perceptive right now?
No, he's way
And
less
alert.
perceptive. Anyone that gets a 21 or higher, looks like Doreen, Vegas, Torque, not Kyla,
One moment. Wow, there you go.
Victor. Okay, so everyone except for Kyla and Vigloff sees there's this masculine head kind of poking around the corner, making eye contact with you guys, followed by like a single finger wave over, and then it like darts back around outside of the shop.
All right, let's go see what the plot hook I can't even speak. Plot hook wants.
What?
He obviously wants a piece of Johnny. Didn't you see? He gave me the finger wag. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna judge, but it's not my thing, you know.
All right, let's go over there, Johnny, and see what happens.
All right.
All right.
Finger wag?
You guys head outside. I think while Kyla is still listening to Vigloff. Why are you so engaged in what Vigloff is saying and doing, Kyla?
Because it's just so.
As a
It's
public
just so-
safety service.
Yeah, it's just so bizarre.
Enough said.
Yeah.
Perfect. Outside in the town streets, you see someone who's dressed like a sheriff, but he's old. He's like 75 if he's a day, you know, white beard, wrinkly face. His armor's a little bit loose on him because he's really thinned out in his older age. He's like leaning heavily on his sword in its sheath, and behind him are a few other town guards.
What seems to be the problem, officer?
Well, are you the ones who brought back Mary J. Stargazer?
Oh, great.
No, it was definitely the big man in there. It was all him.
You're all together though, aren't you?
Oh no, he's terrifying, man.
Oh, I see.
Oh,
Well, how
Johnny.
would you like a job?
all right,
well,
that's the job.
what kind of job?
Well, the next time they do one of their weird ceremonies, I need you to lead them far, far away from here.
Why are they disrupting the peace?
They make the whole town smell funny. I don't like it, not one bit.
Wow.
Yeah, I can't blame you there. They did smell pretty weird.
What's the pay?
Oh,
And you can't just talk to them because
we've tried. We sent one of our finest soldiers over to them. And you
Yeah.
see him now, traveling with them. They've made a full convert of him. They're dangerous.
all right.
No, they're actually pretty harmless. They just smell weird, and they do weird things, and there's probably something they do that's kind of addictive.
Can't you just tell them to go hug a tree somewhere? Or start like a nature preservative area or something. Make it a project for them
Ooh.
somewhere.
I got a theory for you, all right? Now,
good
they
idea.
said they needed to come back here because of their medicine, right? They needed their paraphernalia. Now, what
No, they
if
said the
we
medicine was
took their paraphernalia and moved it?
Oh, hid
Then
it
they
from
wouldn't have to
them.
come back here, you know what I mean? Johnny's a genius.
Oh. Maybe if we set them up in their own nature reserve.
Yeah, exactly.
I was thinking somewhere along Crest Lake or something. I don't know.
Oh, could you go find such a suitable place? We would
Maybe
be
next
ever so grateful.
I'm certain we can find the place relatively easily. Yeah.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
All you gotta do.
How much would a town be willing to, contribute to such a movement?
Ooh, we are not a wealthy town, and our council has been restricting our funding for law enforcement. But what are there any non-monetary rewards you might be seeking?
Liquor.
like look between everyone. Magic items, magic items.
The hardest boost you have. I don't know.
Ooh.
Inside the tourist shop, you hear, "All the sugar skulls we can eat."
What he's
You know
saying.
what I think we need, actually, is we need a festival every year around this day, right, in the town in honor of us who are saving you from the Looney Tunes, right? So what you're going to have is all the children dress up in very frightening visages like that scary man in there, and go around and knock on people's doors asking for sugar skulls or ales.
Mhm.
Oh.
And that festival every year, in honor of us, right, known as like Big Halloween.
For liberating you.
Can I ask how many?
People.
Can I ask how many sugar skulls they have?
Oh, hundreds.
Hundreds. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Just curious.
Big laugh shouts out from the shop. And also, the college-age women's should dress up in like the first responders uniforms, but they should be very scanty.
Well,
Yeah, whatever else he's saying in there.
we have no dress code
Sorry.
that we can enforce here, especially enforcing scantily clad. That seems like it would be rife for abuse, and probably not a good idea to have the law forcing women into little amount of clothing. It seems very oppressive.
It's alright. It'll happen naturally.
I don't know. I heard about the place called the Isla Vista, where it happens every year, and I don't think anything goes wrong there.
As long as it's voluntary, that's fine. But the city can't force that behavior upon anyone.
I just hand him Vigloff 20 candy or sugar skulls, and I'm like, just go have fun.
But we will do this if you can.
Big Laugh goes running around in circles, just around and around the tourist shop.
It's gonna crash sooner or later. You know that, right, Kayla?
Exactly.
And he'll be
Long
out of
game.
commission for like
All right. So that's the plan, all right? We'll, in exchange for this festival every year, we'll move them over to Crest Lake somewhere.
Right.
All right, so crew, we gotta get Mary J and her crew a little spacey. I'm gonna need you guys to do that because I don't like them. And then I'll steal all their paraphernalia and we'll just dump it in Crest Lake somewhere. When they wake up, we'll be like, "Hey, you need your medicine. We gotta go take you over there."
Okay.
Seem like a plan? I don't know. I mean, Johnny is a genius, but
Is that far enough though? Like
It's
why would they ever come back if they've got all their paraphernalia there, man?
All right, how will we lure them? You know, especially what the time constraint that we're facing in the last hour.
Well, I think what it is we'll just suggest that we're gonna have a parting, and so in honor of our parting, we should have a big party. And they'll have a festival and get all spacey like they were before, and then one of us just won't be, and we'll steal all their paraphernalia and things and move it out of town. Hell, we can get the whole town to help us, I bet. Sounds like they don't like them much.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we'll
So we're
talk to the others about this with married Sue listening in.
I like how you insist on calling her Mary Sue, even though it's definitely not her name.
Hey, man. I'm committed, okay?
I feel your pain. I don't know if it's role playing or if you're really just in this much pain with this encounter, but I feel it. It's coming across.
I'll be both.
Okay, so we're gonna go to take a break. When we come back, you guys are gonna pull off the greatest ploy ever pulled on the most gullible people ever encountered. We'll see you guys on the other side of our break. Bye, everyone.